Pennsylvania once had a very strong, vibrant economy, and what we saw through COVID, that was a couple of years ago, that it really wrecked our economy, and so we're seeing it now. So under the Biden administration, things have gotten way worse. The cost of living has just skyrocketed. Violent crime has gone up, and that's something that is very concerning to me, is that we have to get that under control again. But absolutely, that's a great question, because we are a tight-knit community, and we have a long history of working together, and this is an area that actually is a melting pot of a lot of Eastern European individuals or relatives. Their ancestors came from Eastern Europe, and I think that it really comes through here is that we're hardworking people. They don't care whether people are Republican or Democrat. They want to know who the leader is that's going to make life better and easier for them. And that's really what we're facing is a choice between somebody, Joe Biden, who is going to make life more difficult, or Donald Trump, which we've seen in the past has made the economy a lot stronger for us, and we've had a safer environment. I will tell you the middle class has been disappearing, because it seems as if that the people on the bottom are getting worse and the people on the top are getting more extreme. And so, we are having a middle class that it's losing a footing. And that really is because things are getting expensive, everyday lives, whether it's just buying a carton of eggs, the prices have skyrocketed, energy costs have gone up, and that's something that we have to look at, is that Pennsylvania has a strong energy economy. Gas and oil is a very strong a product of Pennsylvania, particularly Western Pennsylvania, and that's something that we have to tap into. Here we have a president who has said very negative things about tapping into our energy resources right here in Pennsylvania, and that's really going to make the U.S. economy strong, and also make the economies around the world we're now buying oil from it's just going to make Pennsylvania a lot stronger. Well, my concern with a Harris presidency would be that she's already committed to stopping fracking. She's already committed to for the oil and gas industry. She's already committed to giving more money, which is your and our tax dollars, out to other people, and that's really going to hurt the middle class when you're giving away free government stuff to particularly the immigration issue. We've got people coming over the border, and we've got hardworking Americans who really deserve to have an economy that's strong for them. Well, it's very frustrating. As a state rep, I hear people every day it's very hard to make ends meet. So they're living paycheck to paycheck. And look, we need more jobs. There's more opportunities to come into Pennsylvania, and we want those opportunities to be open for business. Well, I certainly hope that history from 2020 will not repeat. I think that what we've seen a lot of is we're in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvanians should be voting for Pennsylvanians, but what we're seeing is that there's money coming from other states, whether it's California, New York, Chicago, these bastions of liberalism that have a lot of crime. They're putting money into our state, supporting candidates that don't represent us. And that's what's really frustrating. So I see that happening, not just from media, ad buys, mail pieces, but they're also bringing in volunteers from out of state and out of the district to knock on doors. Frankly, I see that as voter intimidation. I'm actually not aware of that, but I think that anytime that there's a close race, and which right now the statistics show that it is very close in Pennsylvania, I think when that happens, you start seeing staff making some decisions. So I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's sometimes happened, and it is an indicator that perhaps maybe Harris is not doing as well as she thinks she is in Pennsylvania. Well, I think whenever you see a candidate start changing their positions on things, they're trying to gain voters. But I think the thing is that when you ask, when Harris was asked would she change anything from the last administration, her answer was she wouldn't change a thing, or she doesn't know that she would change anything. Well, what she's basically telling the American people is that she's going to continue a path that is going to make life difficult for them, and that's something we do not want. I think what we've seen is that what you see is what you get with President Trump, and I think people see that as as a strong leader, because he says what he does what he says, and I think that that's something that we need in the world, is that have strong leaders, and that's what we're missing right now. I think that when the Biden-Harris administration took over, we have seen so many wars in all across Europe. We've seen never before. So I think that the thing is that money is going into these other countries. It's going into Ukraine. It's going to and without a plan. And that's really where the problem is. That what we see is that money is going out. We're departing out of Afghanistan and the Middle East without a plan, and it's a waste of money. And we're leaving our equipment there, which is endangering the world. And I think that with a stronger leader across the world, that we can actually have more world peace.